Welcome to the tutorial for creating contours from a survey. We're going to create the contours from the survey that was conducted on a creek, and we're going to create an alignment, and we've been given section lines from the client where they're actually wanting us to produce sections at their specified locations. You can see in green. But first of all, we will create our surface. So up on the left hand screen in the tool space, we want to create surface, and we'll call this existing surface. We'll give it 0.1 meter contours, and we'll click OK. And as you know about point groups, we actually want to create our contours using all of the points. So quite simply, we can actually go now into our point groups underneath the surface of existing surface and add our point group. We're going to call it all points. We're going to apply that and click OK. And we've now got triangles and 0.1 contours. We have already got a predefined limit of survey, so we can add our boundary by clicking the outer boundary and naming it outer. Click OK, click that outer boundary, and we have got our contour model. One thing now that you really have to be sure of is break lines. As we've got tops and bottom of banks in here, we've got predefined break lines. So we've actually copied all of the tops and bottoms of bank, and we've actually put them on the layer break line. As you can see here, if I freeze everything, we've now got break lines. These haven't been added to our surface yet. So if I right click and click add, and I call it break lines, click OK and add these to my surface, thaw everything, you'll now see that we'll have a fairly accurate survey model of the surface. Now, if we were wanting to just turn off the triangles, which will make it a bit easier for me to be able to create my alignment, you go to your surface properties. Pardon me, you actually go to your edit surface style, and in the display manager you can turn off your triangles there, which we'll do, and we'll click OK. So there we have no triangles being seen, so it should be a lot easier to actually work with. And as you can see, we've got our center line, and we've got our green sections that are specified what the client has wanted. So what we'll do is we'll change our layer name, and we'll go up to alignment. And what we'll do is we'll create a polyline using apostrophe points. Now it's asking me to select the points. This way we're going to create, we will first predefine it as one line. And we'll go right through and do all of the center line. And then we can predefine this actually as our alignment. And then we can then select our green lines that should be polylines that will then automatically create quite quickly sections on either side. So the most time consuming bit of this would probably be doing what I'm doing now, is then predefining my alignment. And once you've done it and you're happy with it, you can then, so there we have it. We've got the polyline, and now we need to define that as an alignment. So in the ribbon under alignments, you can create alignment from objects. Once I do that, we will get, it'll ask you if you want it to be reversed from where you've started to where you've ended. We just want to keep it the way it is. And it then brings up the create alignment from objects box. I'm just going to call this creek, alignment creek. I'm going to turn off the curves between tangents, and I'm going to turn off the erase existing entities. All the rest I'm going to predefine and keep as the default settings. I click OK. It's now shown an arrow of the direction of where we're going for our alignment. So that's been set. Now we can predefine where we want our sections to be. So up in the ribbon again, we have sample lines. We can then click on sample lines. It's then asking us for what alignment is it wanting to then create the sample lines from. So if I click on the middle alignment, it's now bringing up the creating sample line group. If I type in creek, and it's going to be using our existing surfaces, which is what we want. So you may have multiple surfaces in there, existing, designed, what have you. And we're going to leave the standard CMS standard and CMS standard line type and line label styles, which have been predefined to help speed it up. If I click OK, it's now asking me if I want to select my stations. Now you can either type in the number you want, you can actually click it along the line where you want, or another nifty tool up here, you can actually then select existing polylines. So we've got our green lines. If I go through and select them all, and the last one, that should be all of my sections that the client has asked for. I right click there, I'm happy with all those. So now you can see it's actually given our section lines, so it's actually created them all now. Now that we actually want to be able to view them, we should just underneath the sample lines there's a section views button. If you click on that and click create multiple views, you get the panel that'll come up. Everything should all be predefined to the default settings. I'll just run you through it quickly. So we've got our general CMS standard cross-section plot. Next we're going to A1 landscape. This actually predefines an actual window of a scale to help plot, say, multiple views. In this case we'll probably only have the one sheet. We'll click next, and next again. Surface, existing surface is going to be used. Click next again. Existing surface, CMS label set. Click next, and it's going to be CMS view band set. And then we're going to go create section views, and we're going to select the bottom left hand corner of where we want that to go. So once I've clicked that, you'll be able to see that the chainage and chainage numbers are all associated going from bottom to top. And in here we've actually shown grade, the offset from the center line, which is our alignment line, and the existing level of what you've got. So that in a nutshell is a basic way to quickly produce sections at the precise area where the client is actually wanting it. You can do them incrementally and change them sort of however you want them to look, but that should easily be enough for you to work out section views. That's it for this one.